Hello, everyone. This is Scott Burns from the Rock Source magazine, and you're listening to Rock Talk. On today's episode of Rock Talk, we have the pleasure of chatting with Collective Soul drummer Johnny Rabb. We're going to talk about touring, writing music, things that are upcoming for Collective Soul, and more. Johnny joins us on the phone right now, so let's get started. Welcome, Johnny, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Scott. Thanks for having me. It's good to be on the little interview here. So we're excited. Just done with about 3 months worth of touring so far on the tour. So thank you.
No, that's great. Great to have you here, man. And yes, Collective Soul has been very, very busy. And that busyness, it does not end yet because you now continue with your own headlining tour, which, by the way, will bring you to our area here. And I have to tell you, Johnny, our readers have been asking for more Ontario concerts from Collective Soul. So just saying. But this show that you'll be in our area will be on October 15th at Centre in the Square in Kitchener. So for any of our Rock Source friends listening right now, that's the only place to see Collective Soul in the Southern Ontario region for now. So go get your tickets. Given how busy you have been with all this touring, what do you like to do on your days off from the road?
That's a great question. And first, we are looking forward to getting to Kitchener again. We, did a little Canada run at the beginning of this before the Three Doors thing, and we didn't get there. So we're excited to head up from Michigan and just get that Canada date in there and see you guys. So looking forward to that. A lot of friends there. We days off. Everyone kind of does their thing. Sometimes we'll do things as a group. It's football season right now, so we're into the college football watching and pro football on Sundays and stuff like that. And I like to fish, but there's not a lot of time for that necessarily on the days off. So, many times we'll be, resting or getting together. I got to catch a couple of baseball games.
Nice.
So, we just kind of recuperate and we do hang out as a group a lot, though. We're like brothers. So in that sense, you can imagine it's a lot of fun. So there's never a dull moment on the road.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, and you need that downtime, right? And that ability to sort of decompress, step away, recharge the batteries a little, so you can come back at it fresh for the next run, right?
Well, I think so. Yeah, and I mean downtime at home. That's when I'm literally in the Home Depot parking lot right now. We're doing a thing because I got to go get some stuff for some renovations we're doing on light renovations on. So it turns into real life, and I have kids and love them and love my wife and family. So that's this last 7 days off the road has been kind of playing catch up with family and enjoying that time and getting the house. And I'm also building a studio, so that's
nice.
It's a lot of work, but it's all worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all worth it.
Yeah, all good stuff. And looking ahead with the 2019 and the 25th anniversary is going to be celebrated, and way to go, guys. That's awesome. I mean, this kind of longevity I think is to be commended in this business. What do you think gives a band the ability to have that kind of staying power?
That's a great question. And I'm happy to say that I've been with the band for 7 years and, all respect to the other people that have been involved in Collective Soul, the other drummers and, I'm playing some of their parts and it's exciting to do that. And then I'm playing my own parts with See What You Started By Continuing album. It is, I think the joy of it, to be honest with you.
Right.
Ed and the guys still have the joy of doing it. It's not a grind. As I said, if we didn't get along on the road, I don't think it would be as easy. And I think everyone gets along so incredibly well that's the key. It's human beings. And as I said, I'm not the guy that uses the term bro, hey bro, but I will say in this sense, the guys really are like second brothers to me. And I know that Jesse and the guys would say the same thing. And there's the other part. It's like we go do stuff when we're not on the road. So that says something too. Like we'll actually plan, Ed's nice enough to plan some trips that we do together and include the dad's, fishing trip or like a hangout. And it's really, really a cool thing. So when we're
that's great.
on stage, I can just tell you that I think that, the longevity also comes from great writing that Ed and the guys have done in the past.
Of course.
And I really do believe it's timeless. I think it's timeless because even I was a fan when I was doing my Nashville days in the 90s. I'm like, these guys, this is a different group.
Mm-hmm.
You know, listen to that original sound. And there's not a night that goes by, in all honesty, no matter how tiring. And when I say tiring, I just mean body-wise, not tired of the music, just tiring maybe of the road, that I don't go, man, this is awesome. I've been doing music for 35 years.
Right.
And this is the highlight for me. I get to work with Ed and the guys. And it's, to me, that's what it is. It's just camaraderie, the songs, and the energy of the guys.
Perfect.
Period.
It's awesome. The whole package. Exactly. Social media question here. You recently launched a contest on your Instagram with hashtag Summer of Sea Soul. How does social media play a part, or perhaps how big a part does social media play in what Collective Soul does now?
Well, it's a very, very big part. It's a combination. How things have changed. The band obviously embraces the internet and social media and digital technology now. Even though, you know, when I was not a part of the band, obviously the releases were on cassette, vinyl, and CDs. And now we realize that we still like to embrace the future, but also we still, you know, thankfully release vinyl on most of the things and some hard copies of CDs. But it's the fans getting involved, the live shows, taking photos, taking some video. We love seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
And it also keeps the other true fans in touch with what we're doing on the road.
Exactly.
So to us, massively important. We love embracing all of the stuff. There's no way we can ignore social media. I mean, even as a solo drummer, I have my own social media. It's very important to the other drum followers and fans for me to put up, you know, whether it's a drum lesson or a technique idea. I think we're all seeing it. Everybody's posting. So it's like Instagram to me is kind of the number one. YouTube, obviously, in that same thing. And, of course, followed by Facebook and Twitter. All of them are important. And we make sure that we keep active in there. And, for example, that contest is, you know, kind of let us know what you're seeing. Show us your photos. Show us your what you're seeing of us, and then, have a chance to win.
Exactly. Share your experiences, all of that stuff. And it just brings you closer to your fan base, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, from one of our Rock Source readers here, reader Angie Dillon has a question. Actually, Julie Gravel also had a similar question. That was, which of your songs means the most to you and why?
Absolutely. I wish the guys were kind of here in a group now to answer that, because, you know, I'm sure it means a different thing for Ed being the writer of the songs, or Will back in the day in the studio, or Dean in the studio and live, or Jesse. But for me, it means a lot to play a couple things. We've got the back catalog is so crazy. That's one thing I noticed, you know, when joining the guys was, man, their catalog is so vast and amazing. I don't have a thought when I hear a song of like, I don't really like that, or there's no negative. It really is just good music. So when we play December, or we play World I Know, or we play Why, December means a lot for me because back in the day in Nashville, trying to get my own group signed, and was like, you know, some labels were interested, and I heard December, and I heard Shane's, you know, drumming on that and the production on it. And I was like, what is this? Like, I just turn up the radio. If it would come on, there's no question the radio would go up. You know, and I admit there's a lot of times I would change the channel if I didn't like something. But any time that came on, I was like, this is what's supposed to be happening. So now to be able to play that live, it's always for me, it's always a memory of literally at that time being like 26, 27 years old. I was like, that's the type of band I want to be a part of. I had no idea, you know, that I would work with them later. But so that means a lot whenever I look across the stage and see the guys, and I'm like, oh, awesome. And I don't take it for granted. I'm like, here I am, and I'm getting to play Shane's parts and do my own, you know, I don't change it much, but like I love it. I love the challenge of kind of simulating what they did back then. And then I get excited about, hey, we get to play some new songs as well. So I feel like it's a pretty amazing thing for me to play those hits with them nightly, for sure.
Beautiful. That's awesome. Good stuff. Well, listen, thanks so much for doing this, Johnny.
Thank you, Scott. It's awesome, man. I appreciate you.
No, that is great. Best of luck on the tour as well. Hopefully, we'll see you in Kitchener when you guys roll up here.
Absolutely see you in Kitchener.
All right, Collective Soul drummer Johnny Rabb, folks. And yes, as we just mentioned, the band plays Kitchener on October 15th at Center in the Square. Get your tickets at centerinthesquare.com. And please go to collectivesoul.com to keep up to date with the band and all their news. Thank you to Johnny Rabb for joining us. This is Scott Burns, and this has been Rock Talk for the Rock Source Magazine.